New world. Hey, it's your girl, it's the Denae live right here on Summer Radio, brought to you by Vanguard Media. I hope you are having a great day just as we are. I just want to let you know that this show is sponsored in part by Compass for Conduct Disorder, a 501c3 nonprofit organization offering support to those living with conduct disorder. To learn more about conduct disorder or make a donation, visit their website at compassforcd.org. So I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And if you're not, take a moment to consider this. Somebody's and it's not you. You are above ground. So no matter what's going on, we're going to be all right. So I'm so happy to be here with my wonderful guest, Krisshundria James.
Hello.
How you doing? It's so good to meet you and to get into this interview and learn more about you. This young lady is doing a lot of good in our community, and it's just a pleasure to have you on the show today. How's your week been? A busy week is better than a non-busy week. A busy week is better than a no do nothing week. So thank God for a busy week. Listen, I want to talk to you guys about Krisshundria. She is the CEO of Blossom Up LLC. Tell us a little bit about it. Let the people know who you are.
Well, I'm Krisshundria James, CEO and founder of Blossom Up LLC. Girls, young ladies and women blossom up and bloom where they have their helping them with their identity, Christ, and finding their beauty within themselves. I offer coaching, counseling, self-confidence classes, self-esteem classes, and I also teach them etiquette. So I think that is really good for women because we go through depression sometimes, we suffer with self-esteem issues, self-confidence issues. So it takes other women to help build the young ladies and other young ladies and women. So that is what I'm doing.
Absolutely. Great work. We can never have too many people helping us, especially with our youth. We lost a very special person in our country, a legendary. Well, she wasn't a chief. Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away yesterday in her home. You know, she was 87 years old, and it's a blessing to get to that age, right?
Yeah.
To do what you love and to get to that age. So we don't want to necessarily mourn her. We just kind of want to pick up where she left off and fight for the rights for women and everybody, fighting for equality. Before we get started with the interview, I do want to mention that we are still praying for those who have been affected by Hurricane Sally in Florida and in Alabama. I'm telling you, that hurricane came through like most Sally's do. You know any Sally? Sally's don't play. I know Sally's no joke. But this is a record-breaking hurricane season. It's only the second time in recorded history that all the names were used. Now, and that's for hurricane certainly use the Greek alphabet. Now, this is crazy, right? They have ran out all the names. So, hurricane or tropical storm Beta is up next and headed directly toward Texas. I just want to encourage everybody that's listening to prepare yourself if you're in the Gulf area of Texas, and be ready. Hurricane season is not over, so don't get too comfortable. Also, this is Heritage Month. And I want to say a great way to celebrate is to learn more about the contributions of Hispanic Americans. If you don't know, that's why you do it on Google. So if we want as Black people for people to understand us, learn more about us, we have to do the same with our Latino community, our brothers and sisters. So I would encourage you during Hispanic Heritage Month, Google it, baby. Get on there. Go to an event. Learn more about Latino figures in American history. And let's celebrate with them. So, after that, let's go ahead and get to these interview questions. I want to know a little bit about your organization, Blossom. What made you start your organization?
What made me start Blossom Up is in 2018, actually in 16 or 17, my brother in October of 2016, April of 2017, I lost my grandfather. During that time, I did not know who I was. I was very broken. I was depressed. My brother was my best friend. We have the same birthday, so we would literally call each other on our birthday. I would tell him everything, my secrets. I felt very broken, torn, and I was depressed.
Yeah.
So during that time, I was also going through with my mother. My mother, we did not have a good relationship at that time. And during my broken season, I was like, well, I need you to start blocking up. I'm like, I'm not even blocking right now. Why do you want me to start blocking up? And he was like, just trust me. I was like, I'm too torn, broken, and I'm just depressed. I can't start blocking up. And he was like, just follow me and listen. So blocking up came about because he was like, you are to bloom where you have been planted. If it's broken to you, you are to help others no matter how you feel, no matter how depressed you are, no matter what you've been through. Go ahead and take this season and blossom and bloom where you have been planted. I was like, bloom where you have been planted. What you mean, Lord, bloom where you have been planted? And he was like, just do what I told you to do. Go ahead and get your BBA, which is for your business when you start the business. Get your name and text it, which is your BBA. I didn't know about LLC at the time. I was just trying to start a business.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, go ahead and get your BBA and then blossom up. I was like, okay. I need you to do that and then I need you to trust me. I'm like, okay, Lord, I'm just going to trust you. But what Blossom was doing is, like I said, it helps teen girls, young ladies, and women blossom into their true self when they're going through their rough season, self-confidence issues, self-esteem issues, their identity issues. It helps them to really just find their true identity within themselves.
Yeah.
Like I said, a lot of us we suffer with beauty within ourselves, confidence issues, self-esteem issues. So that is what I do. I counsel and coach on that. I offer in classes. I'm also an author. So I've written 3, 4, 5 books.
Right. That's awesome.
So I have 4 that are actually out published right now, and then one of them are unpublished because I am re-editing it and then I'll work it back out.
Okay. So have you always known that you would be doing this type of
No, I'll give you a little background on how it happened. I was molested at the age of 12.
work? Mm.
And after being molested, I was really broke before my dad. And I was going through issues with my mother, and I felt like I was a nobody. I was not valuable. People really told me I was going to be a nobody because of the way I acted after being molested.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times in the African American community, we tend to throw the issue under the rug and we don't handle the situation.
Right.
I've learned that a lot of families that I have people they put the issue under the rug. So after the issue happening, my mother and I relationship started to really just fall down the drain.
Mm.
I was very angry, unhappy, I felt dirty, I felt like trash. I felt like I wasn't going to be anybody.
Right.
Now I was an A student in high school, but after high school, my life took a turn. That is when I turned to a promiscuous young lady
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like after being molested, what is my life going to be like? My life is not going to lead anywhere. Oh well, just do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I started hanging with people that I didn't have any business hanging with. I had the wrong friends in my life. They influenced me to drink, smoke, and just do what it is. Just live your life. It doesn't matter who you are. I had friends that I thought that I trusted, and that led to me almost getting killed in my young 20s. I got a friend that I thought she was my friend when I was depressed. I could talk to her and tell her everything of my relationship issues, my depression issues, rejection. I know rejection from my mother and my family. And I talked to her about those things just for my life to do a turnaround for me losing my first master's degree into her. And her having a knife to my neck at about 2 o'clock in the morning about to take me out. And that is when Blossom Up really birthed after that. Of course, it came about in 2018, but after that, it really, really birthed.
What was the turning point? Was it just figuring that, I mean, or realizing that you looked death in the face, or was it just you just got tired? What do you think was the major turning point for you?
First, my life flashed before my eyes. I thought this was going to take me out. But God protected me. He didn't get a chance to take me out. Someone broke the fire. So then after that, it was when I cried out to God, and I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of feeling rejected. I'm tired of being depressed. I'm tired of going through issues with my mother. I'm tired of feeling like I'm not open to my family. I'm tired of dealing with mental health issues. Lord, I just need you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to really, life coach say you have to tag out in. It's like you're in the ring, like you said, like a belly to do when you're wrestling. Sometimes God is on the other side of the ring, and you just have to tag him in and let him know that you're tired you really mean? Well, I had some then, and I let you know that I really mean it. And I was like, I lost my master's degree. They literally gave me F's and all of my classes.
Wow.
I had to repeat my master's degree, and then at the point of death, and then my mother turned away from me and said she didn't want to have anything to do with me anymore. So I was living from house to house to house, and that was when I was like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I can't do it on my own. What do I need to do? What is the next step?
Right. Wow, that's an amazing story. So I'm sure that you touch on that a little bit in your book, Broken Pieces Still Blossom.
Yes.
That title really stood out to me because a lot of people in their lives feel like they're broken. They feel like in their brokenness there's no use for them, they're no good, or they have to be able to be whole before they can blossom. So tell me a little bit more about that, the book, and what exactly you mean by broken pieces still blossom.
I wrote that book because I went from being broken to literally having victory. And a lot of times we feel like after going through our broken season, we can't really experience victory. We feel like our life is over. So I prayed about that title, and God was like, "Your broken pieces can still blossom." And I'm like, okay, Lord, what do you mean by broken pieces can still blossom? My life is still all over the place. And he told me, no, this is just preparing you for to walk out my purpose for your life. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, Lord, awesome. So the book talks a little about the molestation, the friends I encountered, how she actually turned me into being a lesbian. But thank God that He has restored me of that. She turned me to drinking and smoking, like I said, and all things that I really didn't have any business doing. So broken pieces can still blossom. Just because you're in that particular issue or in that broken place or that depression place does not mean you cannot come out. You just
Right.
have to trust God and He will bring you out. You have to allow
Absolutely.
Him to lead you and He will bring you out. If you try to do it on your own, you won't be able to blossom. So
Right.
allow Him to lead you so that He can take you to that place of victory.
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit. I read a statistic somewhere that 85% of African American women have experienced child molestation. That is a huge number. 85%, that's overwhelming. And then think about the fact that that's only the people that have reported it. So it may be more like 90%, maybe even 90. This is a very unfortunate statistic for our community. And so many people deal with the aftermath of that. So let's talk about that a little bit. How you say you became promiscuous, you turned to substance abuse. You just were going, you were unstable.
I was very unstable. I was literally living my life just day to day to day. I didn't have any path of direction. I cried out to people, but they didn't know I was really crying out to them. I was really suffering in silence. I didn't tell a lot of people about it because, like I said, with African American community, it's kind of swept under the rug, and you want to protect your family member, even though the person has done it to you, you want to protect them, so you don't tell a lot of people. So I was crying out to people to where I was acting like a child, even as a teenager, still in the young adult days. I'm still young adult, I'm only 28. So even in my young adult days, I was looking at people and I'm still acting like my childhood because I'm looking for that love and attention for people to be there for me. Back then, when it happened, right after my mom, telling her, she reacted quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how you feel like, oh, that person's lying, that person didn't do this, that person wouldn't have done that. But God convicted the person that did it, so He was able to confess it as I became a teenager. He confessed it. And so I'm like, okay, well, now it's confessed. Lord, I still need you to bring me out of it. But still today, I actually face that person today. And because I have forgiven him, I'm able to talk to him. But sometimes it gets hard because you have the enemy in one ear saying, he's done this to you. Why are you talking to this person? And then you have God on the other side saying, you have to give this person this time to move on with your life so that you can continue to blossom and bloom where you have been planted. So I use my tagline all the time because God is pushing me and He's pushing me and He's saying all these things that I had to go through, it transformed you, it evolved you, and it helped you grow into who you are today.
And that's definitely good that you're able to do that. I think everybody has their own path and their own ways of dealing with it, but the point is to deal with it.
Yes.
Me personally, because that happened to me as a child as well, I can't look you in the face. I don't care if you say you're sorry. I don't care if you repent. I don't care if you go to church and get the Holy Ghost and become a pastor. Stay over there because I'm not going to forget what you did. I might forgive you. And then also the thing that I don't like about a lot of black families is that They will allow this person to continue around other children. I don't like that because first of all, you broke the law, so you prosecuted. This means something needs to happen to you. Secondly, you need to be on the registry just like every other person. And I think, unfortunately, in our community, we don't even see that seriously. We still feel like, oh, well, that's my family member. That's my uncle, that's my cousin, that's, God forbid, somebody's dad. Or, for me, I draw the line. When I'm violated, I don't care who you are. I mean, it doesn't matter anymore. To me, once you have violated me, then you need to be prosecuted to the fullest of the law, and then I need to protect other people that's going to come in contact with you. And so that's why I feel like us speaking out about this is really good and helpful to people to understand that if they feel a way about somebody in their family, they don't have to feel bad about it because it's quite normal to feel that way. You know what I mean? It's what you said. You couldn't even look at this person.
And don't get me wrong, I remember forgiving. It still eats me alive sometimes, even though that forgiveness is there. But just having to deal with it is really, you really have to be a strong person to really deal with it and really face that person. And then on top of that, for that person to actually come to you and say, I want to continue to have a relationship with you, that's very hard. Very, very hard. And so I have to continue to pray to God and ask Him to give me strength, wisdom, and understanding, and know it's not about me, so that I can be able to help other women who have been molested or raped, help them get through the situation and know that, okay, well, if I haven't healed from it, if I can't face it, how can I help you?
Right. For me, I agree with you. I feel like you have to heal from those things before you can start an organization, before you can help other people. But again, I feel like everybody has their own path. Because God didn't tell me to have a relationship. He told me to protect my peace and also protect them from homicide. Because he already know me. I'm just saying. So I really enjoyed your story. I love how you overcome all that to uplift other people. I feel like that's the way to do it. That is the way to really leave a mark in this world. Tell us about all your social media handles, how people can contact you, where your books are found, all this good information, how they can support you.
My social media for Facebook is Blossom Book LLC or Krisshundria James. And I'm so for y'all because I know sometimes it's difficult. It's KRISSHUNDRIA. And then the last name is James, JAMES. That's my Facebook, my Instagram, and also it is my LinkedIn. You can contact me on there. My website is KrisshundriaJames.com or BlossomUpLLC.com. You can order my books off of my website. You can go to BlossomUpLLC.com or KrisshundriaJames.com. You'll scroll down to books, apparel, and more, and then you're able to see the books on there. I also have services as well.
Absolutely. So I would encourage you all to go and support this sister. She's doing her thing. She's not letting her past stop her from helping other people. Sometimes that's why we go through things. It's not necessarily for us. It's for the people that we tell somebody right now who wants to turn their life around. What is a word of encouragement that you can send to someone?
If you're dealing with a situation and you don't know what to do, talk to someone. I have sisters in place that I can call and tell them anything. If you don't trust your family, if you don't trust your mom, if you don't trust your father, make sure you have someone in place that you can call any time of the night, any time of the day to talk to them. I have a sister I call her any time of the day. Tell her anything about me. She knows me. You need that positive support system in your life so that you can be able to talk to them anytime. If you feel like you don't have that support system, reach out to a counselor, research a counselor, Google. Google has everything on there. A counselor, a therapist, some form of
Right.
something that you can get the necessary help that you need so that you can heal from it. You're not just coming to anything. I'm telling you, when you allow it to sit and mold in your heart, you will become a bitter and depressed person. I was once there and I allowed myself to go through my healing process.
Yes, that's good advice. Because that's the double-edged sword of being victimized. Because not only do you feel the damage of what happened to you, then if you don't heal from it, you continue to damage yourself from the things that you do, like becoming promiscuous or turning to substance abuse, or like you said, just not loving yourself good enough. You
Right.
know, so that's beautiful. I love that advice, and I would encourage everybody take that advice. You know, if you watch my show, if you follow me in any way, shape, or form, my favorite saying is love yourself more. You can always love yourself more every day when you wake up. You can love yourself more than you did yesterday. You can find something more beautiful about yourself that you didn't see yesterday. So that would be my encouragement to you. You have been such a great guest. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope that you will continue to chime in with us as we continue on with the show.
Okay.
Wait, I'm doing it. So yes, I love this subject matter because empowering women is so important, and just reminds me of like what I said earlier about the Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg when she came into starting her legal career. Can you imagine that when she started her legal career, there were still laws on the books that women legally could be refused certain jobs just for being a woman? Can you imagine that?
Mm.
That's crazy. Some places women still didn't have the right to vote. So we have come a long way, baby. So let's not take this time for granted. Let's use whatever platform you have. It doesn't have to be a radio show. It doesn't have to be a nonprofit organization. Whatever you have, use it for good. Use your power for good. Even your twerking video. You out there twerking, put a little message at the bottom. Vote, 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 vote. Or whatever. Do something good with what God gave you to do, just like Krisshundria is doing. And I feel like it'll turn out all right. Right? Okay. So moving right along, we're going to take an opportunity to shout out one of our sponsors. And once again, I want to just thank Krishandria for stopping by. She has been a really great guest and opened my eyes to a lot of things. So I want to, like I said, give a shout out to one of my sponsors. Be unique, be remembered with custom apparel and personalized gifts from A Touch of Honey by Chantel. Specializing in custom apparel, rhinestone design, bling, glitter, vinyl, screen and photo print shirts, dresses, hats, shoes, and even fundraising. Also, amazing balloon decor, party favors, party decor, and setup. Visit her website at touchohoney.com. That's not touch of honey, touchohoney.com. And make sure to mention that Stunner Radio sent you. Thank y'all so much for tuning in with my guests. We're going to move on with the show. We are going to head into our segment that I call the Top 5 Fails of the Week. Yes, it's the top 5 fails of the week, and I'm gonna tell you something. We have had such a week in America, and it was kind of hard to come up with one. It's been some stuff going on out there, guys, and not all wins. There have been some fails. So we're gonna talk about the top 5 fails of the week, starting out with the Houston Rockets. What happened, Houston? We have a problem. They were eliminated from the NBA playoffs by the Los Angeles Lakers. Y'all already know I'm a Laker girl, so I'm kind of winning. But they advanced, Lakers advanced to the Western Conference Finals, and the Houston Rockets had to go sit down somewhere, unfortunately. They are my number 5 on the top 5 fails of the week. And to add insult to injury, or for some Rockets fans, it's a good thing, Coach Mike D'Antoni will not be returning. So, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but it might be a good look for y'all. So that's number 5. Number 4 is the top 5 fails of the week. Listen to this. Now, this wasn't in America, but the Canada leading medical doctor has advised Canadians to wear a mask during sex in order to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Let me just say, that is a major fail. People don't even wear condoms. So how you want to get people to wear masks during sex? I don't know, leading medical doctor. But I'm going to say that is a fail for you, dear. Number 3. Now, this one was amazing. Several social media outlets reported this week that Idris Elba had a baby. So, all of us people who love us and Idris Elba was getting our post ready. Ooh, Congratulations. It just had to take to social media to tell us that it was not true and not to believe everything you read. So the Idris gave an interview with E.T. Canada. Canada always talks stuff. He gave an interview with E.T. Canada about his new movie, in the interview, he said he was the father of two sons. Well, E.T. later cleared it up and said he was referring to his son Winston and his godson. Now, the thing with it all is that several reputable, and I use air quotes, media outlets had already ran with the story saying that he was a misogynist. So, all I can say to that is confirm the story before you go to air with it. That is a fail, and you made it to number three. Number two. Wow, this one is not as fun. On September 13th, this happened in Houston, Texas. The number two fail of the week, I'm gonna have to give that to Anthony Quinn Hill. Okay, let me tell you what Anthony did. He met a woman at a stoplight. He thought she was so fine that he tried to go down and talk to her and exchange Facebook information. Well, the little woman was probably nice, but she was not. So she took off when the light turned red. Anthony decided to follow her home. Now, according to reports, she noticed that he was following her and called the police to stay on the phone with her until she arrived at a family member's house. Hill exited his car, followed her to the door, and attempted to forcefully enter the house. He was determined for her to follow him. So he attempted to enter the house forcefully. So he gained partial entry to the home before he was stopped by a male resident of the home. Now, this is the bad part about it. He was arrested. So the police got there. He was to the house. He was arrested and charged with second-degree felony burglary of an occupied habitation with intent to commit an assault. I don't know what was so appealing or just ravishing about her that he decided to follow her home. But let me just give you a little advice so you don't end up on my list. If a person is not interested, let them go home. Don't follow them. Don't go into their house because you're gonna end up in jail like Anthony Hill. Now, the reason why this is such a huge deal for us this week and made it to number two is because he was already out on bond for a previous aggravated assault charge. So our criminal justice system is clearly not working for us. People who are not necessarily committing crimes, they go to book them. So people who are here following folks because they want you to follow them on Facebook so badly. I don't know. So that is an epic fail for this week. So let me lead you to our number one. Our number one fail of the week. Now this one is clearly not funny, but I'm going to put it on the number one list, and I'm going to take a serious tone because it is not funny. We have been informed of forced hysterectomy at an ICE facility. So the Department of Homeland Security is investigating allegations that immigrant women have been detained, who have been detained at a privately run ICE facility in Georgia, have been forced to undergo hysterectomies. They were not informed of what was happening to them, and they did not fully understand, and some were unable to give consent. This is amazing that this type of situation is happening in America because understand these people are not criminals. Now, some people say they are, but they are not criminals. They have not been charged with a crime. They are in an ICE holding facility, and to illegally sterilize them, to give them forced hysterectomy, I just feel like we should all be outraged by this. This is a huge epic fail for the federal government and for all the healthcare workers at this particular facility. And I hope that you all will find out where this happened, contact your local legislators, contact the people in charge of this facility in Georgia. This is a huge fail. And you have to understand, like Martin Luther King said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. You can't feel like if it don't affect me, I don't care. Because that is a huge fail for us, and we should all feel bad about it. But we don't want to end the show on a bad note. So we're gonna go to the top 5 wins of the week. It's the top 5 week, and I gotta let number 5 be my world champion Los Angeles Lakers. Advanced to the Western Conference Finals and already won game one. So, how y'all doing? Yes, we are winners. It's all about the purple and gold, baby. It's the so they are number 5 on my top 5 wins of the week. Krisshundria, I want you to chime in on number 4. So number 4 on my top 5 wins of the week is our girl Cardi B filed for divorce from Offset. Now some of y'all gonna say, is that a win? I say it's a win because we all know Offset has been notoriously known for cheating on Cardi. So I'm rooting for anyone that freed herself from a toxic relationship. What do you think, Krishandria? Or fail? Exactly. All right. What? I don't feel like anyone should put up with infidelity, but especially if you're a multi-millionaire. You know,
Right.
yeah, it's time to say, boy, bye. So, has been chiming in on this. I wanted this to be a top 5 win because I say, way to go, Cardi B. I hope you get everything you asked for in these proceedings, and I hope that you will choose more wisely in your next relationship. Or you'll just be single, like, some of us, single and free as a bird. Because when you got that bag, hey, you find other ways to entertain yourself. We're not gonna get into that. So number 3 on our top 5 wins of the week is Naomi Osaka, who won the U.S. Open. We are so proud of her. She has another title to add and another trophy for her trophy case. This is the second win for her in Flushing Meadows and the third Grand Slam win. This young lady is awesome. Now, I don't know if you watch tennis, or I don't know if you know about Naomi, but I am so impressed with this young lady because she wore the names of the people that were killed due to police brutality. She wore Trayvon Martin, Elijah McClain, Fernando Castillo, George Floyd, all these names, of course, Breonna Taylor. She wore their names on her mask. I mean, you don't get no more, proud than that. That is an amazing thing that she did to give honor to these people because we do not want to forget them. We don't want to forget that we have not received justice for any of them. Ahmaud Arbery, we have not received justice. So, shout out to Naomi. I think it's amazing that she did that. So that leads me to my number 2 on the top 5 wins of the week. The city of Louisville settled a wrongful death lawsuit with the family of Breonna Taylor. Again, I want you to chime in with Chandria because the amount is reportedly $12 million. This is a win for them because we still don't have justice for Breonna. What is your take on this? The family settling with the city of Louisville for the death of Breonna
It's something for now, but I think that there's still justice out there, especially with her being a young woman. Yes, she did leave her legacy here, but it is unfair for there not to be total and complete justice. It will be total and complete justice one day. We're just waiting patiently and going through the process.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know how much more patient we can be though, because I feel like every day there's something more. Someone else being part of that situation, someone else being taken away from them at the hands of police brutality. So I just really hope that her family doesn't get comfortable with the fact that okay, you have this $12 million. I hope that they really, seek justice for Brianna. I just want to say to everybody who knows me, if I don't care about police brutality, I want y'all to act up. Don't break no laws, but don't forget about me. Don't take, yourself and then just go away. I need y'all to make some noise. That's all I'm saying. Because, I mean, $12 million is really
Not at all.
what price can you put on life?
It's not really a price on life. I mean, we're price is. So $12 million, that's really nothing. But it's something that they have to settle with for now. So something is
Because if it went to a jury, do you think they would have been given that much? So it was settled out of court. So they didn't go to court for this civil wrongful death suit. But if they did, do you think they would have been given the same amount, or higher or lower?
I think it probably would have been lower.
I do too. I think it would have been lower because, within the city of Louisville, I think that people have kind of lost sight of the fact that this young lady was killed and she was innocent because of all the protests that turned to riots. People have really lost sight of the fact that we are angry because something happened that wasn't right. Something happened that was not and should not have happened. So I will put that on my list as a win for this week because at least I feel like it's a division of guilt. You won't be awarded something, or they won't settle with you if they didn't do anything wrong. So I feel like this is at least an admission that something should not have happened. This should not have happened to this young lady. So I feel like this is definitely an admission of guilt. So it's not a total win, no. But I will just put it on my list for this week for the top 5 wins of the week. So number one on my list for the top 5 wins of the week is a city called Freedom, Georgia. So 19 families came together and brought nearly 97 acres of land in Georgia to create a city that's safe for Black folks. They plan to incorporate this city and call it Freedom, Georgia. So what do you think about that?
I love that. A community coming together and help the African American community. I love that because you've never seen that done before. And I think this will inspire young people like myself to go and do the same thing. It may not be buying money or buying a city, but some form of impact to be able to inspire others.
And that's major because once they don't, so they purchase the land, they own the land. Nobody can take the land away from them. They have purchased that. So the next step is to incorporate. Once they incorporate and become a city, then it is what it is. Welcome to Freedom, Georgia, baby. So I mean, the movie did my ticket. I don't know about y'all, but I think that's amazing. Like it's our own little mini Wakanda. So if you have the opportunity to do that, would you do that?
I would. Actually, I would love to go visit there.
I am planning on living there. I hope that this inspires people to look into real estate. Now, I don't know how many people. For one, it's a major feat because to be united with 19 families to put your money together to buy almost 100 acres of land. That's huge because with our people, you can't get 19 people to chip in on a piece. But it's hard to get people together to do something, especially when money is involved. Have you ever had that experience when you're trying to get people together to do something? I have. I don't know about y'all, but I definitely, like I said, go in on a pizza. Everybody trying to make sure how much did you get? I'm gonna give 7. Did you give 5? So I think it's something to be said about the real estate agent actually Scott who got these people together, 19 families. And do you know how much 100 acres is? That is huge. 100 acres of land. That's a lot of land. Of land. They can do so much with that. So I'm just proud. That's why I put it on my list for the number one on the top 5 wins of the week because if you have the power to do that, if what if we could all make a city in our state, in all 50 states that is safe? Now, it's unfortunate that we even have to think like that. We have to have a separate city that's safe for Black people. But if we have the opportunity to build our own community that is safe for Black people, we don't have to worry about being shot down by police. We don't have to worry about being racially profiled. That would be a wonderful place, our own little mini Wakanda. So shout out to Freedom, Georgia. I think it's amazing. I hope that, other people follow suit. If anybody, and I mean anybody, is interested in joining together with me, let's find us some land in Texas. I don't know if we're going to call it freedom, but we'll come up with it. I'm really interested in all of the finance. If you're fine, let's go build us a city, baby. None against the ones that ain't fine. But the fine come together. I think this is wonderful, especially for families, because you want to raise your children in a place where they feel safe. So that is it for my top five fails of the week. I mean wins and fails of the week. And I hope that you all will go out and win this week. That is always our goal. Go out, live life, and win. So we are coming to the end of our show. Tell us what is coming up next for you, Krisshundria. What's next for you? What are you working on? What's next on your journey?
I am actually getting ready to partner with my big sister to write another book.
Okay.
It's going to be called The Beauty of the Love Song. I think I don't know how to read it. I don't know how to and then I am working on a self-confidence class in January.
That's awesome. A self-confidence class, especially in January, beginning of the year. It's the new year, a new start for people. I don't know about you, but every January I feel like it's an opportunity to be somebody different, to do something and to achieve goals that you did not achieve last year. And I know we're all looking forward to January. We feel like coronavirus will expire on December 31st, which it probably won't, but we're hopeful. We're looking for a better year next year. So I hope that you have been enjoying the show. And did you enjoy the show? You did? Great. I'm glad to hear it. This is a perfect time to let you know that Stunner Radio now has merch. You can rep your favorite Stunner Radio show with a t-shirt, hoodie, coffee mugs, and more. You can also purchase sponsor of radio. Well, head on over to our website at stunnerradio.com backslash to get your Stunner merch today. We are urban talk radio for the Black and Brown communities and all those who value diversity. Stunner Radio is the heart and soul of the culture. So thank you so much all of you that have been supporting us and being there for us. And I want you to know that we have heard you. Some of you asked me for a Stunning Radio coffee mug. It's there for you now. Stunning Radio now has merch. So I hope that you will go and pick that up. Can you believe it? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yes, I did.
I'm glad. Hope to have you back and you launch your new book. Before we get out of here, I do want to give a shout out to Vanguard Media. And Vanguard Media has just been so good to Stunner Radio. We are so happy to be here in Vanguard Media Studios. I want to thank them so much and to the Hour of the Show. So to learn more about Vanguard Media, visit VanguardMediaLLC.com and be sure to check your local listings for the Hour of the Show or visit alruckershow.com. So much for tuning in to today's show. Up next is the Love Power Radio Show with Miss Mimi and Latriva Denae. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Stunner Radio. And again, get that merch. Visit stunnerradio.com for more information and to become a sponsor or to purchase an ad on Stunner Radio. That's it for us today. I'll see you next week. A mainstream urban